With the advancement of technology, packaging styles and choice of materials have evolved tremendously. As times change, people's expectations for packaging change as well. Nowadays, aside from looking for practical designs, more consumers are getting drawn to aesthetically pleasing packaging that are also eco-friendly. As designers, we must carefully make note of these market demands and consider the legal requirements within the industry. Let's begin with current trends in honey packaging. Which ones can you immediately think of? Is it the bear-shaped honey bottle introduced by Billy Bee? Or is it the mini honey jar that you have at home? Although there are many food packaging styles, the packaging for honey has been fairly consistent throughout the years. Based on observation and secondary research, we came up with a list of packaging features that are prominent in honey packaging. Honey filled into bottles or jars are the most common packaging that are displayed on the shelves of grocery stores. Why? Compared to cardboard boxes or tubs, bottles can save significant shelf space for retailers and their end users. Unlike drinks that can be either boxed or bottled, the sticky and thick consistency of honey will prevent it from flowing out of the container smoothly. Squeezing the container is often required to get the product out. If the package is paper-based, the container would probably be deformed or completely ruined after repeated squeezing. Therefore, dense structured or rigid forms may be preferred for this food category. Glass is a non-porous and impermeable material. There is a low chance of any bio or chemical reaction between the material and the food. The smell of glass wouldn't transfer into the honey as well. In the packaging industry, this is known as being inert. For manufacturers, using glass allows for hot filling of honey, which potentially speeds up the filling process because honey is less consistent when heated. Being highly recyclable is another advantage of glass. Glass can be crushed, melted, and remolded into new glass bottles or jars at the recycling plant. If not thrown out of the house, glass can be reused as a container for miscellaneous items. However, they can only be remade into new glass products, and only 20% of used glass are actually recycled. The fragile and heavy material will increase the shipping cost as well. By the way, it is also expensive to make glass containers that are customized in shape. Plastic PET is a cheaper and more flexible alternative next to glass. Like glass, it is a stable material due to its inner characteristic. It is also environmentally friendly. PET can be remade into a wide range of products such as carpets, clothes, or any lower grade products. It is lightweight and durable as well. This effectively reduces the shipping cost. It can be further customized to specific shapes such as the bear honey bottle without incurring a huge cost. Having a flip-top design for caps prevents users from spilling the honey by accident. It also helps users control the amount of product that they pour out each time. In other words, this neat design reduces potential wastage of product. Even if the honey crystallizes on the cap, this design allows for easy removal of the hardened honey. From a manufacturer's perspective, this design is great because it uses 20% less materials than other closure designs, which lowers their cost effectively. It is impossible to see a honey packaged without nature-related elements on it. Honeycombs, hives, bees, or yellow and black. All of these are marketing tactics to remind consumers that these are natural products. It is also a way for brands to differentiate their products from other similarly packaged items, such as strawberry jam. Now we'll move on to substrates used in honey packaging. Substrates refer to the materials where graphics and text are printed. While being an eco-friendly container for honey, glass is usually also the substrate for the nutrition labels. Consumers can clearly see the product inside while reading the nutritional information. Since glass has a high heat tolerance, the printed text would not melt even when the honey is decrystallized by heat. Consumers often find this an elegant design. But there are some issues with using glass to print text. The color of the liquid filler can affect the readability of the text greatly. This is a risky design decision for honey packaging, as different grades of honey come in different colors. In addition, text stamped onto the glass can be scratched off easily. Plastic is widely used as a substrate for labels of various packaging, and the low cost of plastic is certainly one of its major selling points. Plastic sheets or labels are usually thin and flexible. This makes it good for wrapping around irregular shaped products. Printing on plastic can be easily done using flexography. As the material resists water, the quality of printed text will not be affected by water spoilage. This could be useful for printing important information such as nutritional values or warnings. However, every coin has two sides. While plastic resists water, the ink printed on it may be easily smudged after rubbing. This could pose as a packaging concern when we print on plastic. In addition, graphics or text printed on thin plastic films may not be as sharp as they appear on regular paper stock.
Furthermore, now we will be talking about accessibility and legal considerations. Firstly, there are laws around the product itself that have to be followed in order to be able to sell honey to the consumers. For example, on the product's label, we need the common name, and for this product, that will be honey, and the brand name, which would be shown on prepackaged honey. It would say that the product is packaged in Canada. The net quantity has to be shown in grams or kilograms, and the standard containers are prescribed for prepackaged honey. If the product is made in Canada, the grade on the label should say Canada number 1, 2, or 3. But if the honey is imported, then it has to be written grade, number, and X. The color of the honey has to be mentioned as well. Lastly, on the front, we also have to put liquid, creamed, pressed, and or pasteurized. Back of the label has to have the country of origin where the product is from. If the product is domestic, you have to put the name and address of the package, and if it is imported, then you have to put the name and address of the packer or the importer. So to recap, the front label includes the brand name, the grade, color, net quantity, and what form the honey is in. The back label has to include the country of origin, nutrition facts table, and the contact information of the company. Adding on to that, labeling has specifications. For example, the type height has to be 1.6 millimeters. The label should be in both French and English. Canada is a bilingual country. Also, again, the common name, net quantity, grade, color, and additional requirements should be on the principal display panel or the front panel. The company's contact information, country of origin, and the brand name should be on the surface, but the bottom of the packaging cannot have any of this information. The list of ingredients should also be listed in the back. Now I will move on to the accessibility part. The honey package is pure honey. By packaging law, if pure honey is the only ingredient, then the common name of the product is sufficient as the ingredient as well. This product is only hazardous for people who are allergic to honey. This honey also comes in packs for one serving only. The product itself, as in the honey sachets, are peelable for easy opening. Text on the sachet is small, but it is still legible, so people can still read it and see that it is honey. The sachets also come in boxes that have readable nutrition information for other people to see, and for consumers to make decisions on which honey sachets they should buy. These sachets are also very convenient for the regular consumer as they are small enough to fit in a pocket or in a bag for on the go.
Product wastage. Now let's talk about the innovators in the honey industry. The first innovators we will be talking about is Nude Bee Honey. Nude Bee Honey is one of the innovators we found in the honey business. When we went to the supermarket, we found many different bottles and jars of honey, but they all looked a bit outdated and nothing really attracted us. Packaging is an important aspect of adding reliability to a brand, and we believe that Nude Honey does that. It has a nice sleek packaging that attracts customers. The design of the jar is minimal, and the jar is slim in height, which breaks the boundaries of a typical honey jar. The next innovator in this industry are Wolf Honey. This company also has a different approach to their packaging than having the typical honey bottle or jar. Their product is a slim, long bottle that almost looks like a water bottle. This packaging also reduces shelf space. Now, modern and sleek packaging are not the only trends that are innovating this industry. Traditional packaging are also a great trend, just like Bee Local 416 Honey Brand. Their hexagon engraved in the honey jar really adds to the natural origin of the bees with traditional bee-related theme on the jar. Now let's talk about our proposal. So the problem. Prior to making our design, our group conducted an online survey to find out the public's opinion on existing packaging for honey. Among the interviewees, 43.8% reported that they are often unable to finish the bottle of honey that they purchase. This result is due to rapid crystallization of the product. When honey hardens inside the bottle or jar, most would not bother scraping honey out and decrystallizing it. As a result, a great amount of honey is wasted. With this common pantry dilemma in mind, our group came up with a solution: compact size of honey. Here are some of our inspirations. And here are some of our ideas. We did some brainstormings and looked at a lot of different packaging. Our solution is to package honey in sachets. Though packaging honey in sachet is uncommon, it undoubtedly fits consumers' needs. This design takes inspiration from the sauce packets design that are available at fast food restaurants. People typically use honey as a spread over toast or use it as a natural sweetener in tea or as the last drizzle of flavor in salads. Like ketchup and other condiments, consumers really use up one bottle or one jar of honey, so having this will really help prevent product wastage. Now let's talk about the design specification of our product. Contrary to ketchup packages, our honey packets would have a narrow tip which allows for a mess-free dispensing of the product. These packets would be shaped like flower petals as a way to emphasize the product's natural origin. To use the packets, one would simply pull out a packet from the hexagonal cardboard plate and tear off the narrow tip of the packet. We are certain that this fresh visual design will leave a strong impression on consumers, especially because of how users can interact with the packaging. The choice of material for the sachets is as follows. We want the inside of the sachet to be stable and safe for the honey we're dispensing in it. It is going to be flexible enough so the product can come out smoothly. The display of the product will be clear so the product can be seen. And we want to keep all of this environmentally friendly.
For the choice of materials considering substrate, these are the following requirements. We will be using a 3M thermal transfer polyester label material. This product is a high precision adhesive and is used for identification and information labels. It is also cost effective and has a matte white finish. It is printable with adhesion so that it sticks to the product's surface. The thermal transfer polyester label material is what we will be printing our nutrition label and barcode on. However, the petals, as in the honey sachets themselves, will be in a cardstock box. Stock provides us with rigid boxes that hold and protect the product. It can also be coated to resist water, oil, and more. It's stable for allowing for stacking in store and is also convenient for shipping and shelving.